Hello and welcome. We are learning GitLab Authentication. Previous videos are all about HTTPS authentication, right? So we already discussed HTTPS authentication. Now we are going to talk about SSH authentication. So I have only 2 points. First, it is introduction about SSH. So GitLab SSH authentication is method for securing communication with GitLab repositories without using username and password for each Git operation. See, when we are using username and password, specifically when we are using with the Linux system, we have to enter username and password every time. But here using SSH, we are actually authenticating our computer. Okay, so once you will establish the authentication between your computer and GitLab, you do not need to worry about this, and all communication will be encrypted and also secure, and you don't need to enter username and password every time. So here I have some terminology about this. The first is SSH key. Now, when you are going to set up this, okay, the first thing is you have to set up SSH key. There will be the key pair and there will be public key and private key. You generate a key pair on your local machine and a private key which you keep secret, and the public key which you will share with the GitLab account. This is a command which is used to generate this key. So what I am doing right now, I am going to open git bash. Okay, here you just need to give one command, ssh -keygen, and we want to generate RSA key, so I am going to press enter. It is a Windows system as we are using this git bash, so this command will work. Now here it is asking me for the location. I am just going to use the default location, and it is C users admin.ssh id RSA. I am going to say OK, press enter. I have this key already in my system, so I am saying that okay, no problem, overwrite this Y. Here it is asking me for the password. I am going to enter password Indian@123. I will tell you when we are going to use this. Don't worry about this. I am just entering password, and the password is Indian@123. Okay, I will tell you how we are going to use this. Okay, so now it is done. Now, if you look at this, okay, we have generated this over here, C drive user admin.ssh, okay, and I have this location open. So it is C drive users admin.ssh. .ssh is actually folder. Now here you will get two keys, okay, id_rsa, id_rsa.pub. Look at this. Okay, we have generated this key over here, and it is asking me about your public key and private key, right? So this is a detail of the key. Now, id_rsa is a private key. Okay, you generate a key. We have generated this, a private key which you keep secret. It will be in our computer, and the public key means id_rsa.public. That we are going to share with the public means we are going to share this with GitLab account. Okay. Now let's talk about adding to GitLab. You add your public key to your GitLab account. This allows GitLab to recognize and authenticate your machine based on the unique public key. Now let's set up this. I am going to my Git account. I don't have any project or anything right now. Okay, I want to add this key, public key. So I'm going to my profile, and here we have the option preference. Now when you go to the preference, you will have this SSH key. I have one key added over here. I'm going to delete this. Okay, and I'm going to add new key. So let's click on add new key. Now here, I'm going to add this key. How? We know that our key is this one, id_rsa pub. I'm going to open this and open with Notepad. Okay, here I have this key. Okay, copy this key. Here it is a detail about my computer name as well. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, Control C, and going to paste it over here. Done. You can give the title, and title is already over here because it is just taking my computer name. Okay, usage authentication, and you can also set up the expiry date that this code is valid till. Okay, I'm going to say January 2025, so 1 year. I don't need to generate again. Let me click on add key. Okay, key added successfully, and if you look at this, there is no any error or anything. It means it is done. Now we have to test this as well. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to create one Git repo. Here we call it like a project. Let's say that create blank project. Here I'm going to give name Win Linux, because we are going to use this with both. Okay, so I'm going to say Win and Linux. Now here I'm going to create public key. Don't worry, I'm going to explain you all the detail about the private repo, but right now we are creating public one, and let's say that create a project. So now our Git repo is ready. Now I'm going to create the local repo as well. Okay, so let me go to my Git test folder. Okay, here I have some files and keys. Let me create new repo. So mkdir, I'm going to create a folder Win Linux. Okay, cd Win Linux and git init. Okay, now I'm going to create one file. So let's say that echo created from Windows machine. Okay, file 1 git add file 1 git commit des m version 1. So here I have this commit. Now I want to add this commit into the Git lab repo, and we want to use SSH. If you look at over here, we have two kind of system, right? One is HTTPS and one is Git SSH. Here we are going to use this SSH option. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and as we know that how we can use this, right? So I'm going to give the command git remote add origin. Okay, and this time I'm going to use SSH URL. Okay, I have this key already in my computer. Private key is there, public key I already copied. Okay, so I'm going to press enter. Then let me push this git push origin, and we have master drive, so I'm going to use master. Now it will ask me, see, enter the passphrase for the key, right? And this is what I have used, Indian @123. Okay, so I'm going to use this Indian @123, and now it is done. Okay, so if I'm going to use this, okay, here I have this git repo, remote repo in the GitLab, right? Now we are going to understand one more step over here. Okay, what if I'm going to use from the Windows system? Okay, what if I'm going to use from the what if I'm going to use this from the Linux system? Okay, so I have my Linux system ready. Now in the Linux system, first of all, we are going to clone repo, because you cannot push commit directly from multiple Git repo. So we have to clone first, and then we can push this. So right now I'm not going to create another repo. I'm going to explain you how we can clone, and then we are going to push the code from here, from the Linux machine. But here we are using a same repo, and the repo name is Win Linux. Okay, so
hello everyone, sorry to disturb you. I am sure you guys are enjoying our GitLab course. If you want full access of this course having 83 videos, you can enroll it from our portal. First 100 students will get special discount. There is some limitation on YouTube. We are unable to give you support, But once you become our community member, our instant support is included, lifetime updation, completion certification, and additionally, weekly lifetime live session with our expert Bhavesh Atal. We want to improve your skills anyhow, so that's why we added 5 projects as well. We are also available on Udemy. Still, you have any doubts, any queries, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.